This video explains how to use a specific formula to calculate the value of investments. Here's the formula. A, which stands for amount, the value of the account. P, principal, that's the amount of money you put into the account in the first place, times 1 plus R. R is the interest rate that your account will earn. N, the number of compounding periods per year. N might equal 1 if you are only receiving interest payments once per year or yearly. N equals 12 if you are receiving interest payments monthly. N equals 365 if you're receiving interest payments daily. Now, that quantity, 1 plus R over N, is raised to the N, that's the same N we've just been talking about, the number of times compounding occurs per year, times T, the number of years. So, let's go through two quick examples of calculating the value of an investment. Suppose $35,000, that's the principal, is put into an account, and the account earns 8.5%, that's the rate, but that 8.5% needs to be written as 0.085 in its decimal form. And let's suppose that this is compounded monthly. Now, if it's compounded monthly, what that's saying is that 12 is the value of N. And let's leave it in there for 6 years. So what we see is that we have each of the values we need in order to perform this calculation. So A will equal 35,000 times 1 plus R. Remember, put that into its decimal form, 0.085, divided by 12, that's because we're compounding monthly, and raise this to the compounding periods, which is 12 times per year, times the number of years. So let's go to the calculator. First, put in the value of the principal, 35,000, times the quantity 1 plus the interest rate, 0.085, divided by the number of compounding periods, end parentheses, raised to the, now here's where you have to be cautious. If your calculator uses the math print, you don't really need to worry about order of operations, it'll be taken care of for you. But if not, you need to put parentheses around this 12 quantity, 12 times 6. Enter. There it is. The value of this account after this 6-year time period will be $58,180, and rounding it to the closest cent, 50 cents. That's the value of the investment. Let's do a quick second problem. This time, suppose we have only $5,000. That's the principal. And it is invested in an account that earns a rate of 11.5%. That's the rate. Don't forget to write that instead as a decimal. And let's compound this daily. Now, if it is compounded daily, that means that the number of compounding periods per year is 365. N is 365. And this time, let's only put this in for 2 years. So we write out the expression, A equals 5,000, that's the principal, times 1 plus 0.115, divided by 365, raised to the 365 times 2. And so let's go to the calculator and put in the principal, 5,000, 1 plus 0.115 divided by 365, end parentheses, raised to the quantity 365 times 2, and get a value on that investment. This time the value is $6,292, and rounding it to the closest cent, 77 cents.